Good evening, Josiah. I'm just getting ready for my upcoming show. Hope that everybody's had a good Saturday. Hello everybody, welcome back to Lil Euphie's Creative Corner. My name is Lil Euphie and this is my creative corner of the internet. Welcome back everybody. I think I'm going to start doing that more often where I turn on my mic for a little bit before transitioning to this. I don't know, it feels more of like a smoother transition. But anyway, yeah, welcome back everybody. I think that the stream health will be better today. It's saying excellent so far. And staying green. So like, please stay that way. But yeah, so tonight I am just continuing on this artwork here. If I get enough of it done, I'll do some funny animal edits, raccoon edits that I was doing yesterday because I thought those were really fun. But yeah, so for right now I'm doing this one because I want to get more of the Gumi covers out. I like doing those. Those are fun. And it makes me appreciate the music that I'm covering more. So okay, let's unlock these because I don't need these locked anymore. How have you all been? How's your Saturday been? Hope it's been well for you. If it's Sunday now for you, I hope that your Sunday is going well. I'm trying to block out where the most common shadows are gonna be at. And I have the window slightly open because it's a little stuffy in here. It being the smallest room of the house yet again. But you know, it's also winter time, so I'm like, let's try to even out the temperatures. Some homeostasis. I'm going to change this to gray so I can see this better. Otherwise, I will not be able to see where I'm sticking this shadow. Need a stabilizer on this. I'm trying to say like somewhat simple in the more darker areas of the shadows. So I don't make it too complicated for myself, because I will end up doing that. I wish that I could have a version of the canvas where all of the colors are still enabled on it, but I can still see it as this version with just the gray. But essentially what the duplicate canvas is just that. It's whatever happens on the canvas I'm working on, it will just duplicate to the other one. So alas, it is not that simple. Welcome back into need to use an airbrush right there. It's like it's too pigmented. So it has a nice little fade. Good to see you as well. Again, I hope that everybody's day has been treating them well. And that everybody's projects are making progress. Let's see, I know I keep jumping back and forth between left and right. I'm trying to get like a good position for my hand and my arm to be in. I need to use a different brush here. But yeah, so I'm trying to keep a lot of these shadows within like definite areas and not tapering them out too much, you know, fading them out too much. So it has more of a like a simplified shading style. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but it sounds right. There's some rendering styles that are just, they're so busy, they're so complex. Let's see, this definitely has a shadow. This is, what is that part? Oh, okay. I see where the parting of the hair is. Okay. Yes, indeed, they are very tight shadows. Excuse me. I try to mute myself when I'm like coughing or sneezing or clearing my throat. Sometimes I catch it, sometimes I don't. There's a piece of her hair that is bleeding into the skin a little bit here. Welcome on in, G2G. Read the above. What? Above? Above what? I am confusion. I try to pronounce people's names correctly. It used to happen to me a lot with previous usernames. people not pronouncing it right. I was like, every now and then there would be one person that would pronounce my name right. Be like, yes, you got it. Okay, I feel that makes more sense. Her hair was looking a little interesting there, I think. Oh, it's your second channel. Gotcha. I was like, what? That's a cool way to introduce that. It's a cool transition into it. And making things happen, heck yeah. Productivity. Getting stuff done. To a musical bulb. I shortened that one when it became available. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I had a couple of other accounts. One was Lil Parmy. There was a rat that lived in the subway. On the subway, the sewer system of Washington, D.C. That one was fun. Just, playing around with that kind of a persona. And I think my other ones were old usernames from art accounts, so. This shadow right here needs to be lessened. start cranking stuff up very low the past 10 years, so to speak. Hey man, if it's the time to awaken from the hiatus, from the slumber, I don't think there's any better time than in the beginning of the year. New chapters, new beginnings. Especially coming into springtime here, where everything starts to grow back from the frost. I just recently planted some what are they called? Canterbury bells. I planted them over here on my windowsill. I have some chamomile growing over there. That's been doing really well, but I haven't seen the Canterbury bells sprout yet. So I'm waiting on those. I put some plant food in there, but that's the other thing I'm waiting for spring and summertime to get back into, is the gardening stuff. I've really missed doing gardening. I have a section in the garage just for all of my gardening stuff. So, but when that happens, my drawing stuff lessens a little bit, but I do more focusing on gardening stuff during the day. So it's very like art is for me as well therapeutic. Gardening is very therapeutic too, because in my eyes, we do as humans, like we do like 1 or 2, or so many days of just setting stuff up and then maintaining the plant, but the plant is doing 24/7 the work, and creating that produce, creating the herbs, the vegetables, fruits, whatever it is that you're growing, right? In the span of that plant's life, your involvement in it is like very, very small, and you're just helping it along and getting it to the end of its cycle successfully. It's going to try to grow regardless, when you plant it, but it's I don't know, it's an investment, in that time and the effort, the research put into it, the costs of things, but after you're done setting all that up and you've done the day's work of gardening, that plant's still outside. It's still producing that fruit. So I think, I don't know, it's an investment that takes very little if you wake up early enough, and it also it's incentive to wake up early, and the food just tastes better, it's fresher, where it's coming from. It's just, I don't know, it's more satisfying. So I've grown my own mint and basil, tomatoes, rosemary, sage. The sage did really well. Catnip, which I'm going to be growing another one of because the cat here enjoys her catnip. I'm like, I'll make you some organic stuff. Okay, you get to be all posh and Whole Foods-esque. Very true. Very true. G into. Cooking is therapeutic. Cooking. Oh yeah. Especially like the smells. Yesterday I was talking about plum sauce with like Korean barbecue. Oh my gosh. Like, yeah. The aromatherapy of that just by itself right there. Fruit trees are depending on the fruit, they can be a little, so growing up in the Pacific Northwestern part of Oregon, my parents had a plum tree in the backyard, as well as a peach tree, and there's also an apple tree. The apple tree is still doing all right. It's too tall, and so the fruit is not getting enough nutrients to actually be sweet enough So they're very sour. They're like super Granny Smith apples. So that's doing fine. The peach tree has some insects like crawling all over it, like beetles. And same thing had happened to the plum tree, but even worse. Like they were eating the tree from the inside out. So I don't know if it's the juicier fruits that pests like to just destroy. But I don't know. Always do your research. So that's what I like to do with when I'm planning out my gardens. Because I like to do companion planting a lot because I don't have a lot of room to work with, or at least I didn't used to. I have more room to work with this time around. But for companion planting, like you really got to do your research. If you end up putting like a brassica next to another plant that attracts the same pests, attracts the same diseases, doesn't feed the soil what another plant is taking out of it, it's not going to be successful. So, I just do like extensive amounts of research. I have like a whole bunch of papers in my gardening area in the garage. They're like stacked up. So, welcome on in, Jonathan. Owning a farm and some land to grow crops. Yeah, I mean, if you guys have the funding to make it work, and the time and the family, so because it's a whole family thing. That's what I've heard, at least, is that everybody starts to get involved into it. No room for a big tree anymore. Yeah, they do take up a lot of room. So, but again, it's that like the research and the planning of like, this is where I want this, and yeah, it's I don't know, it's like a foresight, some forethought. Right rep, yep, wrong soil or the wrong place. I try to do like a mix between like talking with chat and doing drawing, so it keeps things interesting and it forces my eyes and my brain to like focus on something else, go back to this, and if something looks wrong with the drawing, I can actually see it better. So it's all good. It's like when I'm going like this, flipping them back and forth, resets the perspective. Actually, I don't think she needs it. I forgot to put eyeshadow on her. I don't think she really needs it though. I think she got big flashy eyelashes, and lipstick. I don't want to overdo it. I was trying to mimic somewhat mimic the appearance of a character named Nana from the anime Nana, but like the rocker one. So it was one of the first romance animes that I ever watched, which just so happens to be like one of the greatest. So I did a lot more anime watching in like high school and middle school. Not so much these days, because I feel ever since anime got more like mainstream, I guess, there's kind of like an overabundance of it, and I see tropes. I see like similar traits being overused, and you know, it makes me more picky. A bit much. Can you get? Oh, thank you. Yeah, at this moment, I'm like minimalistic, please. I don't want to overcomplicate stuff. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like throwing spaghetti at the wall and seeing what's sticking, and I feel like there's a lot on the ground, and it's getting kind of hard to walk on the floor because I keep slipping on the spaghetti that didn't stick. That's why I just don't walk over there sometimes. I'm just like, when the kitchen's clean, I'll go and try it. But when I hear about something being really good, you know. But I've been burned too many times by a beach episode. I'm just like, I know where this is going. Where's the cave? Something's gonna happen here. I've seen a few short ones. They're amazing. So if there's like good styling, if the styling's really good and the animation's good, like, you know, that's my first draw in. And then I start learning about the characters and the story, right? Like, you know, as it goes on. So but these days it's been kind of slim pickings, I feel. Long ago it was trippy. Good now. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, a lot of it's like I like anime that's or just really any like animation, because I grew up watching a lot of Disney movies, like classic old school Disney movies, not the new stuff that's like all like, you know, 3D rendered or whatever. When they still did like 2D animations, or like DreamWorks when they did 2D animations and stuff. So any like psychological thriller type of 2D animation, I'm in. Like, you know, as long as it's not like gratuitous in the other like shock value, you know, aspects of it, because then it starts getting a little annoying, right? When there's too many F words in a row, and that's the only thing that's supposed to be like interesting or funny about a character, it starts getting annoying. I'm just like, you need to add some depth. You need to go deeper. What's going on here? But when there's a piece of art that makes me think about like society or the environment that we're in, or you know, something that we've been taught from, you know, our parents or guardians or whatever, right? And it makes me think about that after I've already, you know, finished consuming this story, you know, this design, this you know, piece of music or something, right? And it makes me think about it even afterwards. That's like, I hold that at like a higher echelon of I don't know, like, because obviously there's a team that has to come together, unless it's like one person and they've been working on this for, you know, quite some time. It's their passion. But I don't know, it just makes me appreciate how people came together, or like, you know, this one person brought all of these ideas into one, you know, collection, and there is very little like obvious errors of like having too many cooks in the kitchen. You see that a lot of times where a story is going in like this direction, and then we're gonna go over here, and then we're going to go here, and there's too much going on. And, you know, there might be like a self-insert or something, right? Or like, you know, this relationship seems like really forced, you know, There's just chaos, right? I get this feeling that there's too many writers trying to do too many things. So when a piece comes together and it's not that way, right? It makes me appreciate it more because there was more discussion about the direction of that piece of artwork, you know, whether it be in an animation or it's like, you know, a piece of music, or it's like a comic or something, right? If you have a book series and you've got, you know, multiple people writing for it, being on the same page, right? So one example of this is Star Stable Online, where they admitted in their own like little their own article talking about how the game is being developed and stuff. Literally talking about how they have multiple teams of people and they rotate like once a week, once every twice a week or so. I don't know. It doesn't sound to me like a smart, like creatively smart thing to do. Because there's gonna be people who are just not good at writing, and then, you know, you put them on the writing team and you wonder why, you know, this side quest, the dialogue for it just sucks, like, you know, or why a character, their dialogue doesn't sound the same from the previous update because somebody else is working on it. So I feel with that game there's too many cooks in the kitchen. But for a game like, it's not at all the same, but it's the first thing that popped into my head because the sequel is currently being worked on, and I love this game, Okami. Like Okami, there is no confusion about the character's dialogue. There's like what we're doing and why we're doing it, the setting that this is taking place in, the time period it's into. Like, there's certain things that Star Stable does and I'm just like, when does this take place in? This like the technology they've got, this can't be in present day, because this doesn't make sense. And then you have another character that all of a sudden, like, their model looks really, really sleek and shiny because it's new. And they're in a cutscene with a character that has a model from like 5 or so years ago, you know? Welcome back, Olivia. Good to see ya. I'm talking about different pieces of media, whether it be like a video game or a book series or like a concept album, or, you know, something where there's multiple people working on it, or one person, and there's different elements of this, and they all have to come together, and it makes for a very profound piece of artwork. So just the amount of work that goes into those things, like, I really got to appreciate them. So, but when, again, like when Star Stable Online has a cutscene and you got a shiny character model, it's all nice. There's a whole bunch of smooth polygons going on there. In the same cutscene with a character model from like 5 or 6 years ago that's looking really not good. Like, it becomes a little distracting, right? It takes me out of that immersion. And you know, it lessens the appreciation, because I'm just like, why'd this one get an update but not the other one? It's just kind of, I don't know. It's a little design gripe that I've got, but I don't know. Okami's very immersive in its style, you know, and even in a Okami Den, the it's supposed to be a sequel. It's not an official sequel because it's not made by the same studio, but like all of the characters are all like the offspring of the characters from the main game, and their designs meet those expectations. Like Chibitarasu looks like a chibi or a little baby version of Amaterasu. You know, they're the little kid version of what's the samurai guy's name? I can't remember his name. Susano? I think that's his name. The little kid version of him looks like a little kid version of, like, the hair. They that's what I'm saying. It doesn't feel like there's too many cooks in that kitchen. There's a clear, like, style Bible going on there. So I feel like there was very little confusion about each person's purpose in the team working over there. One of these days I'll compile my rants and tangents into a video. Just record that and put it up on YouTube here. One day I will not be contained by the live streams anymore. If you guys end up hearing the jet going by, I do apologize. Or if you think that's cool, more power to you. Every now and then, like, a really big one will fly by, and I'll look out the window, and it's like, it's a terrible comparison, but, like, in the sky, they're huge, massive jets. So, oh, well, there we go. That's encouraging. Perhaps I will dabble in that in the future. Because there are certain things that, like, I know that not everybody is as passionate about character design as I am, but it's like, it goes beyond that. Because you're creating a world. You're creating a universe, a timeline. Like, this is a character that people have gotten, you know, used to. They've grown a connection to the character, whether it be, you know, the way that they look or the way that they act, how they handle a situation, if they've gone through something that's similar to the viewer, you know, whatever it is, right? Like, you're creating something that has a legacy, you know. They have a present, they had a past and a future, you know, if you as the creator deem it so, right? Like, that's why I ended up doing the Star Stable Online remakes that I did in like April or whatever it was, earlier last year. Like, I try to take into account, like, how these characters looked in their original games in Starshine Legacy, age them up 2 years, because Star Stable Online takes place 2 or so years after the original 4 games. So why would a character's eye color change from brown to gray? What happened? Something happened. Are we not going to talk about it? Not a hollow character or a copy. Right, like, these characters are not, you can't, like, make these drastic changes and then not say anything. Right? Like, okay. There's a character from Star Trek Voyager named B'Elanna Torres. Her hairstyle is static throughout the entire series up until one of the later seasons, there's an episode in like the middle of one of these later seasons where she, for whatever reason, gets a perm. She has a perm for like 2 episodes, and I think it was just the actress that like just wanted to get like a super curl. Her hair was noticeably more curly. This character has a husband. She has a husband on the same ship that they're stuck in this quadrant of space that is like, you know, super far away from Wolf is gonna hate me for for blanking on this name right now, but like they're super far away from Starfleet. Like, why would her husband thank you, Insu. They're alive, we'll just say it. Yeah, it's like they're in this universe that these people are making, like these characters are real. They have legacies, like, you know. So why would B'Elanna's husband, why would Tom not say anything about his wife's hair being different? Like, that's just kind of rude. Why nobody else is saying anything? Like, oh, B'Elanna, what a great perm you've got today. Why did you choose to do that? Right? Just a simple little line of dialogue at the very beginning. The curls for 2 weeks, right? Like, what? I have to assume that the actress was like filming a different role somewhere else, and she, you know, did her hair up all curly like. But just, it was so strange. You could have had like a small little thing of dialogue in the intro where Tom's asking her, you know, about her hair and stuff, and that, like, I don't. And then it goes away and nobody says anything. So, you know, like, I would be more accepting of it as a viewer if it was explained, but because it's not explained, it starts to grind my gears a little bit. I can continue watching it and playing the game, but it's gonna stay in my head. Why did this happen? So, I want to blog right. Yeah, thank you. Well, I mean, it was the first thing that came into my head. I was like, I'm using examples of niche MMO games and a Star Trek 2 episodes of a Star Trek series. But I'm sure there's others if I think about it. Velma from the newest, you know, Scooby-Doo animation that had the same name of Velma. Like, not only did they change her skin color, but they also had her gain some weight. So I know it's supposed to be an alternate reality, but then where's Scooby? Where's the dog? Like, the whole nostalgia point of that is now lost because you've taken out an integral character and then changed around the designs that we all remember. I think there's also just some like some narcissism that goes on. So, I don't know. I'm starting to dip into some like psychologically analytical tangents here, but again, it's that stuff of like, you know, reading a book or watching an animation or listening to an album or a song or something, right, that makes you think about it later on in a broader sense than just the piece itself, right? Like, it makes you think about your relationships with people differently. It makes you think about what makes you happy, even. You know, there's a song called Happy Face by Alaska, and I've talked about this before, but this is one of those examples. It talks about how the things in our world that we're told are supposed to make us happy, there's people out there that have all of that and they're still not happy. So what's going on there? You know, it makes me think of the fact that not every single thing that we're told that this is how humans work. You know, this is what's supposed to make you satisfied and feel accomplished and stuff. We're not all one size fits all beings. So, you know, that can't possibly be true. You know, if you were to, you know, have like a super successful job and you know, have a, like, you know, degrees all over the walls, framed degrees everywhere, right? You're making, you know, however much money per year, right? You can have all of this stuff and it's still a fleeting feeling. Why is that, right? Like, so I don't know, it's just things like that. I appreciate those things more than, like, you know, oh, you know, we got a new iteration of whatever recycled IP, you know, just be happy that you have this. I'm like, I want better. I don't want to just be eating top ramen all the time. I want to strive for better. So let's see, it's checking for sure happens. I get it. Oh, when I see all those famous actors and all kind of characters, that's another thing, right? I'd rather see a new actor. Me too. When I start to hear the same voice and I start to see the same face, right? And I'm just like, that's not Mario. That's Star-Lord. Like, or it's just Chris Pratt, right? Like, it was, if we could just get some fresher faces. I know that there's other talent out there. Talk about being more diverse. There you go. Like, not that kind though, right? That's not the kind that yeah. Diversity of thought, diversity of creativity, of design, of, you know, can we get something fresh? I've been eating chicken top ramen here in Hollywood for the past, like, however many freaking years. Let's get something different going on in here. That's why we have indie stuff. That's why we have indie stuff, and we've had it for a while because people get so frustrated. I'm ranting right now. But it is really, like, it's really distracting because the Mario don't even sound like Mario. So, you know, I have to appreciate the what's the studio that did Sonic? It's Paramount. I gotta appreciate what the internet did for the Sonic movies, the design of Sonic, and for Paramount listening to the backlash and changing how Sonic looks. Like, it's just, we dodged a real big bullet there, you know? But that's the difference for me in quality between the attempt at Mario versus Sonic. So I just, we really could have had a and I know that they did the whole, like, Peaches song, but I can't, it's distracting when all I hear is Star-Lord. When Mario's talking, I'm still thinking about that when Bowser's singing Peaches. A video where Scooby-Doo is responsible for all the alternate Scooby-Doo shows. Yes, I did see that, Josiah. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat just now. Velma started questioning why Scooby could talk, right? Yeah, and he like gets all demonic and is like talking to her like, you can't run. You can try, but I'm always going to get you. Wasn't that by Meat Canyon? I love his animations, they're great. Well, you're all good into it. Keeps the chat rolling and me talking about whatever I want to. This is my show. So Scooby-Doo with my niece wondering why I'm laughing because the smoke is coming from the van. Oh yeah, they're just grilling. They're just grilling hot dogs and sandwiches in the van. Nothing else. They know exactly what they're doing. You know, it's a little tongue-in-cheek jokes there. Pork, goes again, pork flavor ramen noodles. Oh yeah, I like to like add different things to it, like chicken, like actual pieces of chicken, or like a soft-boiled egg, actual like green onions, not like the little dried ones that they give you. Oh. Thank you. I have these thoughts. I'm like, why are we doing that? It's all fodder for what not to do. So I try to like apply some of those things to the comic that I'm writing in the opposite sense, right? Like of having outfits that have a purpose, like the color palette, the entire like how they put on their jackets. It's a whole thing you got to think about, you know, these different aspects of this world that you're building, right? If the characters are all wearing uniforms, what is the purpose of where they are, you know, in that part of the world that they're in that needs uniforms, right? Like, does this take place during a time where, you know, there needs to be uniformity, you know, within this group, right? Is there a reason why there's is there a reason like is there like limited availability for different clothing options? Is there a limited supply of ink to you know, to dye these fabrics, right? Like, certain resources are dwindling, and so we're not able to have certain things anymore, right? Like this, when you're making this world, like, you got to think about these design elements, right? Because there's oh my gosh, there was a YouTube video that I watched like 2 or so years ago about how to write a good story, like how to develop a good world, a good society for a story, right? And they talked about the story pyramid, the priority pyramid, really of how to write a story. The design aspect of it, I should just make a visual for this. I'm talking about this. I should just draw it. I've got my colors there. So you've got this triangle here, this pyramid, really. Try and make a nice little pyramid. Okay, and at the very bottom of this pyramid, the most integral part of your story here is the story itself. I need stabilizer on it, right? But like the story itself, and then above it are the characters, the setting, and then actually I've made too many they're not wide enough is what that is. And there we go. So you have characters and setting, and then up here is the design. This is the like least important part of the story, and it's not the foundational part of anything on top. This is the least important part of it. It's nice to look at, but if your story is crap, if your characters are crap, and if your setting's crap, and it's just nice to look at, there's nothing there. it might as well just be a standalone art piece. And it's not, there's no story there. Because the story is your foundational, integral part of it. You can have a really bad design, but if the story is really good, at least you have the story being really good. Your plot is really, really good. The characters, they have wants and needs. And like, don't make it complex. Humans are very simple creatures sometimes with their feelings and what they want and what they need. All right. A lot of times people just want to fit in, or they want to be loved. They want to, you know, be like, they want to achieve power, you know, or success or something, right? They want to find their cat, you know, but the need is what drives that plot forward, you know, that pushes them towards their goal. So, you know, it's like, the video that I watched, it went into great detail and I took a lot of notes. So, but that was one of the things that I remembered very much so, is that as far as priority goes, when you're making your story, how everything looks is like at the very top of it, being the least important. But the very bottom of this pyramid is what everything sits on top of. So let's see, that wardrobe thing also, I'm getting things organized and symbolic in order. Oh, good. It's purposeful. Crossover episodes as well. I remember those the Hanna-Barbera crossovers. Oh my gosh, with the Flintstones and the Jetsons. Oh my gosh, we're like seriously dipping back into time there. Same as Donald Duck and so on, right? Yeah, they have a purpose. Their designs have a story and a setting behind them. It's not just, you know, they look this way because I said so. Or something, it's not normal. They're like pressing it on. Yeah, it does look like a very, I don't know, artificial look. Wait, they did a Scooby-Doo crossover with Supernatural? What? That's cool. Welcome on in, Horizon Black, a machinist. You want to chase people down the street with the machine? Yeah. Now it's Purge. Yeah, then the story turns into Purge. But how to cast a spell to be happy? Oh no, Spank. Well, whatever spell you decide to cast, I hope that it's casted responsibly, and and it's all in moderation. Those ones were great. Oh yes. And again, it's one of those crossovers that, like, it makes sense. It makes sense because it involves time. So, ha! He's projecting, machinist. He's projecting. I'm the one. Okay, I bought a mint scented shampoo, and I had to encourage him to use it. That's all I'm saying. You have frenzy detecting on the whole Hollywood is the thing on the main channel involved in. That's why I was triggered over crossovers. Oh, gotcha. Sage does smell pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Like, depending on the type of sage that you're burning, sometimes it smells like weed, but the actual, like, burning fresh sage, it smells like sage, and it smells really good. It's over with Gilmore Girls and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. I mean, I still think that the and this is going to show my age, but the Jimmy and Timmy Power Hour crossovers between Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner from Fairly Odd Parents was like, those were pretty damn good. Those were pretty damn good, because you had Cindy starting to get feelings for Timmy, and it's like, it's just so, the dynamics between the boy genius and then the boy that's got fairy godparents, is the chaos and the silliness that they get into. It's just, because of that, it makes sense. Like, and I suspend my belief, because, you know, it's A, it's in an animated space, and B, the concepts just, they don't take place in reality. And so I don't have this expectation of, you know, certain things being realistic. That's, you know, I think that's some is that why the Uncanny Valley stuff starts to happen? It's like the live action Lion King stuff, because it's not actually live action. It's all computer generated stuff. But because they look so real, they look like real lions, they shouldn't be singing and making those faces and expressions and stuff and acting like that, right? Because the real lions don't actually act like that. I'm starting to like pick my own brain here. I'm just like, welcome on in, everybody. Hello, love pucks. Good to see ya. Oh, thanks for I might do that after my show today, just because it's been a day. Only I can hear both of you. Oh my gosh, machinist. It's better than hearing voices in your head, right? So when the voices start to take over. Perfect combination into. Yeah, I'm ranting. Timmy couldn't think to save his life even when it was zooming in on his mind, right? Like, there's just nothing there. Or what was it? Was it like a gerbil in a cage that was like running around in its little wheel? I can't remember what it was, but there was not much going on in Timmy's brain. Again, one of those crossovers that just like, and I'm not trying to make a pun, but it oddly makes sense. This guy from the fog is kicking my fog. You got like a fog sickness? I hope that you get better soon. I thought about it and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna say this, but I'm like, before actually saying it out loud, I was like, okay, wait, that could be seen as a pun, but I don't I have to preface this. Yeah, like they look too realistic. That's they look too. If I were to see a real life creature, right, like the cat that's hanging out over at our house, I call her a couch surfer because honestly she reminds me of a couch surfer. But it's like if she just started like making human-esque expressions and talking and I would be scared. I would be scared because it's that unknown of like, that's not supposed to happen. So I also saw there was because I'm talking about the Lion King remakes that they've made, that Disney's made. The Mufasa one, I keep seeing on Twitter people making fun of how they're pronouncing brother and over pronouncing the ER as an A. They're over pronouncing the accent. I'm just like, oh my gosh, guys. You're overdoing it. You're overdoing it here. That's it, Christmas night. Oh no, Christmas night. That's been a while now. A week or two after we had the weird fog here in Ohio that smelled like... yeah. And you're not the only one, right? That got sick from it, right? Like, there's a bunch of other people. There's got to be some like cleanse that you can do, or I don't even, because it sounds like a chemical sickness, but I don't know, but I do hope you get better from that, because that can't be good in its prolonged state or in the shortened state. Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond crossover was amazing. Oh, did they have like multiple Batmans like doing the whole pointing thing at each other? I know the Spider-Man movie had that, which was a nice little like callback to that moment, to the meme. I don't think it would have happened if it wasn't a meme. So yeah, a heavy metal detox. Yeah, a chemical detox. Whoa, wrong layer. Yourself, and he met Terry, the one who eventually took up the Batman mantle while Bruce was in retirement. Oh wow. Do they have like a common foe or a villain to team up together and take down? Kind of what I like assume happens. Be a good like showing of like strengths and weaknesses between the two. Are you using soft light or a magnify layer for shading? I am using the multiply layer. I open up a new layer and I just set the mode to multiply. But let's see, if I were to use what did you say? Soft light. If I were to use like a soft light, it would look like that. So with multiply, it's like a muted tone over that layer. But for magnify, for Clip Studio Paint, I'm not seeing a magnify, but I've got a multiply. The villain was the reason why that happened, I think. Oh, Oh, interesting. Like they were like messing around with time travel or something. That would make sense. It kind of reminds me of the Into the Spider-Verse movie, where the a big old device was being worked on, and that it split up the dimensions a little bit there. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I'm using the multiply mode. It's served me well for, gosh, how many years? Like, I don't know how many years I've been using the multiply mode for my shadows, but that's my default. See another Batman with Christian Bale, and that little cop dude is Robin. Me too. I'm not big into like the DC movies and stuff, but I do feel that Christian Bale did play a very good Batman. You know, it's that like, I don't know, he just the looks and the personality fit the bill, I feel. This needs to be faded out just a little bit. Man, he's running past the Batman. Oh my gosh. All four of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's 4. Okay, I was like, I need to reread that and make sure I didn't miscount. I feel that we're going into where we've already been in an age where acting is, it's kind of like the standard has kind of lessened. The expectations of what is like good acting. I feel like we're gonna see a lack for a little bit, and then it'll come back up again. So we must have some hard times in order to get some strong actors. I'm going to go get some sleep. All right, love pugs, you feel better. Get some good rest, and do what you can to get that stuff out of you. So, but thank you very much for hanging out. I hope to see you in the future. I think that would just break the internet, Josiah. I think that would just break some people. Their heads would just implode. I can tell that my ranting has has calmed down a little bit until I get into the next subject. My brain goes into different modes, whether I'm in art mode or I'm in ranting mode. The blast mode. Yes, it has its moments, and then it goes away for a little bit. Gonna do something, or are you just gonna stand there and bleed? Oh my goodness. It's one of those lines that's just, it sticks with you because it's so, like, the delivery, right? The delivery and the timing. And it's just so on key. Now that entire arm right here is going to be covered in shadow. Taking the colors away temporarily just so I can see this. Oh my gosh, if they had the two Hulks meeting each other, it would be in a ring. Big ol' Hulk-sized ring. Clay Master, what they call fanning a pistol. Wait, what? What? See, like actually fanning? Like, oh my gosh, perfect moment. See, he's fanning. He's fanning a pistol. If so, that's actually pretty badass, I think. As long as he's being safe about it. Wolf and I were watching Squid Games last night, and I know he made a short about this, but like there's some pieces of media out there where like a character is handling a firearm and they've got their finger on the trigger, and I know that they're not meaning to shoot what they're pointing at. So why they got the finger on the trigger? It goes farther than just than just the screen. I just all the episodes up to the current Squid Game. Oh, fun. Yeah, we're on like episode 3, 2 or 3, I think. 3 of season 2 of Squid Game. So it's getting interesting. I think the whole premise of it was fairly interesting with the death games, which I guess is like an actual. I don't know if it's up to the point in Squid Games, like, you know, with how brutal they get, but I guess that is an actual like common theme in South Korea, is these death games. So I'm like, interesting. But yeah, so. But yeah, it's just, it goes beyond the screen when you see characters not having good trigger discipline, because people are going to see that. People who don't know are going to see that and think that that's okay, that that's just normal practice. So just like, maybe we shouldn't be influencing people in this manner, to just keep your finger on the trigger wherever, you know, whenever you're holding this thing. Just always be pulling it back too. You know, like it's a sensory thing. Just pull the trigger whenever you have a little, whenever you want to. I started pointing it out to him. I was all like, look, there's another one. He's doing it again. Some particular cowboy, once you use your thumb to pull hammer back while holding trigger, the hammer go grab it again with middle finger and let go. That sounds like something that only people with long fingers and big hands are able to do. I have small hands. I could not fan the pistol. I could not do it. Nope. Get you 3 shots and oh my gosh, wow. That's quite impressive, actually. On White are the best Lama vigilante I've ever seen. Oh, cool. See, and it's good to have strong characters like that. That you know, they're memorable, and you know, in certain ways, like look up to them, right? Or you gain some sort of appreciation for the people that create those kind of characters. So. They are in South Korea. They aren't the most knowledgeable of firearms. Yeah, that's true. You know, when you don't have a lot to pull from example of good firemen's what's the word? Gunsmanship, gun ownership. It's the little design gripes. It's, you know, because even that is a design aspect, right? It's the action, the body language of these characters. This shadow here is gonna have to get faded out. Fades out about right there. Right, yeah, they're just handling it like a stress toy. I'm like, brother man, what are you doing? Are you testing to see if it will go back? Because I assure you, it probably will. Oh wow. I mean, I assumed so, but it's the depictions of them, right? I just thought we were talking about like the like fictional universes. But I would assume if the real people, they're very fleshed out real people. Wouldn't that be something, right? Like to be put back into those time periods, but like, you know, in a way that's like that preserves it. So either like your appearance is altered to fit that, right? The continuity of that time period, or like a bubble or something, right? But to be immersed in that, it's there's a couple episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine where they go back to that time period of, I think, like the original series, and they used the same cinematography style as the original series, as well as like the same cameras, the same costumes. Like it's that I felt like I was actually, for just a little moment, going back in time. So how do you feel about gauges? I've always been interested in getting some smaller ones. I like them. The whole reason why I started stretching up my earrings was because I felt that my face needed a little bit more on the sides to even out my jawline. And so what I did was I took a picture of myself and I edited in what size of these I wanted to eventually have. And I liked the way that it looked, and so I started doing it. That was like well after high school. So yes, I think it was. I have to remember if I had these during my first job. I think I did. It might have, I can't remember now. It might have been in like my later years of high school. I've had them for a while. Time escapes me. But pros and cons. So for pros, you can have different styles of these, different colors. The bigger sizes, you can have like liquid inside of them if you want, like it's look like there's blood or something, or like, you know, galaxy sparkles inside of this. They have some gauges that have like little liquid chambers in them. Those are pretty cool. I can technically still wear the little dangly earrings, but there's a tendency that they'll fall out. So that's one of the cons, is that it disables you from wearing certain types of like post earrings. You can't do that because they're just gonna fall on out. And the dangly ones, just gotta be careful. just be careful they don't fall out. One of the pros is, again, it's like the design parts of it. Like these can be different colors. This one is a tunnel. So if I wanted to change this to like just a solid black, I have some of those. There's red ones, white ones, blue ones, whatever color you want, right? So they can complement your outfits. It really is just a look thing of the pros of it. Wolf will sometimes make jokes about putting a padlock in mine. I'm just like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you if you do that. One of the cons, though, if you don't wash your ears, is they will start to smell. They will start to smell. So just make sure that you wash the insides of these in the shower, you know. It's, you know, it's like your belly button. It's part of your body you gotta wash, otherwise it's gonna smell. But just if you're gonna stretch it, there's more skin there that's going to, yeah. Thank you very much, Wolf. We're talking about the pros and the cons of having gauges. I'm answering Stormwall. Leonardo DiCaprio and Sharon Stone. All right. I don't think I've seen that one, Spank. You know, I wonder if they would have like an exhibit, Josiah, where you could like walk into those kind of areas. And I know I'm nuts. I'm crazy. That's why we work so well. Welcome on in, Big D. But yeah, I'd say if you're gonna get gauges, just keep them clean. Just keep them clean. Welcome on in, Jared. Happy New Year to you too, Big D. 49er. Hey man, I don't have any qualms against certain sports teams, except for the Ducks. Oh, I don't like the Eugene Ducks. No. The Beavers are okay. They can stay, but not U of O Ducks. I don't watch football or anything, but in Oregon we do have the Beavers and the Ducks that do their little Civil War thing. To put a gauge in the lip, oh my goodness. That'd be the end of me having my rants and my tangents on my show. I'd just be like flip, 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 flopping around. From metal, so bone or deer antler helps. Yeah, like if you get like I think the wood ones are good too. So like a saucer. Oh, go Ohio. Yeah. The Cryptids have they've won again. Very into. We're gonna put a bunch of rings on our necks too and start going up like giraffes. Yeah, they are pretty damn cool, Pepe. Thank you very much, Big Dogma. Big hugs back to you as well. White chocolate chip cookies. Oh, thank you. Those are hella good. This past few weeks. Yeah, tell me about it. That's some chaos. Been in the works there. Alrighty, you have a wonderful rest of the night and pleasant dreams to you, Big Dogma. A rough quote for our pipe swap. Oh, interesting. Cool. I look forward to hearing about that. Yeah, there's something about that word, Jared, crimping. I had been using it for a while to describe like the actual like act of what the tool does, but I had no idea it was called that. I just like the the way that it sounds. I don't know. That's a weird little thing that my brain like focuses on. But yeah, because I would use it for like hairstyling, you know, speak, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go and crimp my hair, you know, and like make like some weird diagonal bends into it, and I find out it's an actual tool. I'm like, yeah, it sounds satisfying. I don't know what it is. So sounds like a 300-year-old box spring. Squeak. With all the little springs in it. Okay, I need to change my gloves. These are not working for me. What I need to do is another round of buying a small little pack of artist gloves, because I don't know where a bunch of mine went. When I moved, I lost like 5 or 6 of my artist gloves. Oh, I could I could spank. I would need some ideas of what to do beyond, you know, making damn puns. Those only get me so far. Sweet, machinist. Making progress. You know, there's something really satisfying about having like a tangible thing right in front of you that you've made, right? Like when I finish one of my like acrylic paintings and it's a tangible piece and it's done. I don't know, it's just that satisfyingness of it. Of having known that like this creation was made in a time that is locked in to its final state, right? Unless you choose to, you know, add something to it. But even then, that addition is locked in that present time that you're in, you know, in making that decision to put that add in, to make that add in. I watched that video of the guy that was contemplating the 40 years of his life that had gone by, because he's holding this almost empty roll of copper wire, and his wife, or whoever it was that was you know, making the video, she totally just like whittles down his sentiments into like, oh, but why'd you choose to wear that hat? I'm like, this is why people don't get all like sentimental and stuff, or they're afraid to like open up about their sentimentality or like things that are, you know, that are special to them and deep. This is why some people they hold off. But I think that is honestly really really interesting to look at in that way, because like what projects did that copper wire go into, you know, for the past 40 years, to see all of those projects lined up in a timeline, you know, for the past 40 years. That's incredible. It's incredible. And it shows purpose and a passion and a desire for to be useful, you know. And it was a really cool video up until like she started like I don't know, kind of just I don't know, it was really like I got mad at her. I was like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Some people just don't like look at things like that. They don't contemplate the grand scale of having like put 40 years of your life into this you know, copper wire that's been used in how many different projects, right? And passions. That's so I see these things, I look in the comments and I'm like, they're all talking about like, oh, all women are like this. I'm like, no. I am here to tell you that we are not like built all like this. We're not all built like that. We don't all want Stanley Cups, okay? Some of us are fine with a Contigo. Me too, machinist. I like the tangibleness of it. Like when I have even when I make a print, when I have a print of one of my digital pieces here, and I'm holding it in my hand, I'm like, this was made. There was a time in my life where I put, you know, energy into that canvas, and it's right here, you know. So the tangibility of it. See, the old roll of solder, I've had it for 30 years. See, it's like, it's like a time capsule, but for productivity and creation and improvement. It's really like an art piece in of itself. The almost empty or fully empty roll of solder or of copper wire or any, like, hell, I have some fishing line, a full roll of fishing line in my closet. I haven't, it's not entirely full. There's been a couple of them, right? If that thing was almost empty, that's a show of like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Commitment. It's like you've been committed to this one roll and haven't gone out and bought a new one. You know, it's impressive. It really is. So yeah, I'm literally across the hallway from him and two. I have no choice but to hear him sometimes. The great friend has passed away. The stories of that solder roller are some of my favorite memories. Right? See, and it has memories locked into it. It's its own time capsule. So not a single thing the copper wire was in last and had to be taken out and used elsewhere. I don't know the guy's full story, but it's the fact that like it was taken off of that roll and used somewhere, right? So if you were to be able to take all of those projects and line them up in that timeline, I would be greatly impressed by it, honestly. So but again, it's impossible to know that guy's whole story there, or even like how that relationship's going. I'm just like, I hope that is not the entirety of how that's going. But he did say at the end of it, he was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm just like, what are you done with? Praying for you. My wife has a fully automatic chew. I would hope that it's, excuse me, the train. I would hope that it's fully automatic, Jared. I would hope that your wife's Chihuahua is not like partially automatic or a manual Chihuahua. from taking it out someone's wall to a recycling center. Hey man, I've seen those people, you know. It's people that like they make some serious bank. If you only had one roll of toilet paper whole life, imagine. Oh my goodness. You are using that sparely. Like one square each time. If that, actually. You know, you would have to like cut it into, I don't even know. Yeah. I'm happy to say it's never gotten to that point. I've always been like, oh, there's one more square left, let me just get a new one on there. Only 10 teeth. It doesn't go over the California limit of how many teeth your dog have. I heard Wolf going down the hallway. Fee, fi, fo, fum. If he's living in a castle, we're all gonna move in. He doesn't know yet, but that's the plan. Dobermans are pretty cute.
Sandwich?
What?
Sandwich? Subway sandwich?
Sure.
Cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
You just heard her, right?
Well, yeah, I brought her inside. She's all wet.
Yeah, she wanted to go outside. The outside cat wants to go outside. She's crazy sometimes. Like there'll be snow and rain out there. I'm like, what? She wants to go out. She wants to smell the outsideness. It's the opposite of creative KoRn, just an unimaginative curve. Something like that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, because if a corner, if the opposite of a corner is it's more rounded, so I get a curve or a wall, like a straight line. I don't know, but there's no creativity whatsoever in this curve, in this wall, this curved wall. Yeah, me too, just I want one of those bedrooms that's got the bathroom hooked up to it. Yep, a little ensuite. The smartest dog, they will plot on you. Really, and they hold a grudge too. They'll hold a grudge against you. You did not feed me the proper amount of treats the other day, Sharon. I'm not going to sit. Forgot that I had myself muted for my little cough. Yes, we're all living in Atlantis. It's all 100% water. Up is down, left is right. Right is wrong, and wrong is left. We're all just gonna float in the air. We're all gonna T-pose and float in the air. We're all going to spawn in at the same time. I don't know where, but somewhere. Okay, let's see. Need to add shadow in here. gonna try to add something there, but I'm not gonna do it. I have since changed my mind. This is the glass plate that's inside the microwave. Oh my gosh. Oh. What in the world? I think, okay, hold on. This chat has become so chaotic. I look up, I'm like, there's only like a couple of chats in here that I'm like, I think I know what's going on. I don't know. I'm gonna keep drawing. Sometimes I blame just my own confusion. Oh, there we go, Jerry. Yes, we're gonna go blame it on Wolf. I'm gonna get half of my sandwich eaten because of that. Son's microwave cooking us like a TV dinner, and we are are we a kids cuisine, or are we a hungry man? Marie Calendar banquet. I know too many of these. The sun is just shining upon us and slowly cooking us like fried eggs. I don't know if I need to add some shadow to her fishnet. No, I'm not going to. I was thinking about it. I'm not going to. The Celestials. Hold on. What? What? Yeah, to be honest, Spank, I would too. Like, if it's the Salisbury steak one. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, like, food's food, man. If Like, I'm not gonna eat any of the Beyond Burger, Beyond Meat stuff, because that's like, that's too chemically. No. And I don't want that stuff anyway. Like, I'll eat regular meat. But when it comes to like a TV dinner and stuff, I'm like, it'd be like that. Times be like that sometimes. I had kids' cuisines growing up. You know, not all of the time, but there's parts of it that, you know, when you're shopping on a budget and you want something really, you know, non-time consuming, like it's still like pumped full of preservatives and artificial things, but again, if it's not every single day, I don't think it's super bad. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and I think in the future it's gonna end up being easier to pinpoint like the bad stuff and to avoid it. These days it's made so inconvenient to be aware of the stuff going in our bodies, because a lot of the time it's like they're hard to pronounce, so it's hard to remember these things. A lot of people remember Red 40, you know, or is it like Yellow 7 or Yellow 5 or whatever it is. There's different like food colorings, you know, but those are easy to say and they're easy to remember. And I think when people are thinking about what they're gonna have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you know, a snack, dessert, whatever, it's we think back on memory, you know, what tasted good, what made us feel good afterwards, you know, or what didn't, right? Like I don't buy like whole milk. I don't buy regular milk because I start getting stomach cramps, and then Wolf can't have it anyway because he's lactose intolerant. But like it's, you know, I don't know. I have to. It's been paying attention to that stuff. But I saw a video recently of somebody that was talking about the differences between dairy products in America versus in the UK or like in Italy, and how they weren't having any stomach issues from eating all the gluten and the dairy in Italy. That they were having issues from the stuff in America. So I was just think about it. I'm just like, something's going on there. So I'm hoping in the future it'll be easier to pinpoint those things. This line right here is slightly off. Why is it not letting me get it? There we go. Yeah, his stomach is not as strong. But honestly, neither is my nose, so I spare myself and I buy him the Lactaid. I was like, I don't want to regret this later, so. So expand, then they change the molecule a tiny bit and throw it back in for us under another name. That's right, into. They patent this stuff too. It's, yeah. The seed business with Monsanto. Like, yeah. They change one little atom in the seed makeup and the DNA makeup of the seed. All of a sudden they own it. I'm like, and remember the Danimals yogurt 10, 13 years ago? They still have it. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they still have the Danimals. With the one with the monkey on it. There was also a giraffe. There was one with a lion. But yeah, I remember. I grew up in that time period. We also had the Go-Gurts. They were in the little tubes. I will say though, they hurt because the opening, because it had such a sharp, you know, edge to it, like a paper cut, but with plastic. That was the one little thing that, like, you know, with the Go-Gurts, it reminds me of that. It is weird and new. It is weird. Okay, and Europe is often cultured and tastes better if you see it. It is really yellow. Oh, see, like I wonder why they do it. It's probably a price thing. It's probably a price point thing, or something to do with machines, or I have to imagine that, like, because we've been doing this for so long in this way, it would, to change the way that we do it would not be, you know, in our best interest. So I'm like, I think you're harming people the way you keep doing it. But remember when ramen noodles, yeah, they started going up in price. I'm just like, I'm a little concerned. This is supposed to be for, you know, like, for the poor college kid, you know. Which, did you know that Gerber, long time ago, tried to advertise their baby food for college students, and they tried to sell them off as Gerber's singles, and their slogan for it was something along the lines of, like, we were there for you when you were babies, and so, you know, we're here for you now, you know, and you're in your college days. Why would you want it? Needless to say, it didn't go very well. It wasn't very profitable, and they ceased doing that. Red dye number 40.2. What? Did they make like a new red 40, but then they changed something about it, and so it's now 0.2? That's awful. Yeah, there was a lot of garbage from them. Yep. They push up yogurt popsicle. Oh, the push pops? No, I think that's something different. But I do remember push pops. I think they still have them around. But I used to take the plastic parts from the push pops and then flip them upside down and make them into little boats. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I watched a video on it, Machinist, about the Gerber singles. I was like, what in the world? Yeah, failed concepts that didn't go anywhere. It is a little creepy, yeah, the baby on the Gerber products. It is a little, because it's just staring at you. Oh, thank God it was a joke. Okay. I was like, are you serious? I wouldn't have even been like initially I would be shocked, but then thinking about it, I'd be like, no, that's the way that it goes usually. Yeah, that's the way the system works. The red 40 is your go-go juice spank. Just put a whole powder full in there, whole cap full. Remember the Lunchables with the platypus and the deer? I've only ever known the kids, oh no, it's not kids cuisine, it's Lunchables. Lunchables? I don't remember. I've only ever known Lunchables to just have, like, there's no animals on it or anything. It's just yellow and orange with the white text. That's cool though. They had animals on them. I remember kids cuisine, that the penguin. He looks different these days. He looks a little too shiny. Oh yeah, the copper tongue. Yeah, I always thought that logo was like, it makes sense for that time. These days, I think the youth just make fun of the fact you could see her butt crack. It's like you can't have anything just innocent anymore. The copper tongue girl has skin like alligator leather boots. You know, it would be funny if somebody were to. I'm not gonna do this because I don't feel the passion within me to do this. But the copper tone girl, but as like aged up, and she's just got just like folded leathery alligator skin. Oh my goodness. They're on the commercials. Okay, that's probably why I don't remember them. I don't remember seeing a lot of Lunchable commercials. The kid cuisines ones, obviously, yeah. But yeah, I don't remember the Lunchable ones. Twins from the yeah, of course they did. They were supposed to. It's like, yeah. All of a sudden, this big old wave of blood. Welcome on in, Biduck. Hope that Saturday has been treating you and everybody else fairly well. If you have any creative projects that you've made some progress on them, or just had a good day in general. Next 2 packs of 6 a days. Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably has a little bit of some wheezing going on there. Some of them are, yeah, Pepe. I will say the way that they want you to cut the film, though, it never works for me. It never works. I always end up cutting into the partition that they want you to leave alone. I just give up. Just like, whatever. And just throw it in the microwave. I haven't seen Gunsmoke. I used to work at a retirement village that they would have Gunsmoke on. But I only ever saw like bits and pieces of it, so I don't recognize any of the character names. I think my Oma was a fan of Gunsmoke too. Making a spherical flower with air dry clay and planning on painting it rainbow colored. Oh, wonderful. See, again, it's one of those like tangible projects and pieces. It satisfies the side of the mind that longs for hands-on creativity. You weren't allowed to watch Gunsmoke. What? Or Dukes of Hazzard? What's going on there? Why was that? My neighbor's got his loud ass truck. Finished it, and they're still making episodes left on a cliffhanger. Oh no. It's always like mixed feelings for me with cliffhangers. Like, I know why they do it, but at the same time I'm like, I want I want a conclusion. I want an end to this story. Oh, they were very strict. Oh, interesting. I wonder. Now, again, I haven't seen either one of those, but I wonder what it was that they didn't like about them. Oh well. I guess I will be left in suspense then. Oh, is it? Oh, well, I don't think that's inappropriate then. I misread that. Okay. Interesting. One of my friends is like super into My Hero Academia. But I don't think she likes cliffhangers either, so. But I thought that was Was it the anime? Because I know the manga is done. There were a lot of people that were not happy about the manga. That I'll just say. There were a lot of people that were unhappy, even though it was obvious. Now I haven't seen the show or read the manga, but I have seen clips, and I'm just like, that's pretty obvious. But some people were very unhappy with its conclusion. Two Stranger Things. When the heck is the next season coming? They're not going to be grown up by now, right? Exactly. If they wait too long, it's going to look like a lot of time has passed. They're gonna have to like do a time skip or some, I don't know, something to make it make sense. Oh, she gets you in your feels. She gets you in your feels, Josiah. There's somebody at the door. Thank you. My door is so loud. Okay. I'm going to take a little break because I have a Subway sandwich here that I'm going to consume. When I get back, I'm just going like slightly off screen here, but I'm going to do the rest of, is there any other spots here that need shading? I don't know. I'm gonna do the lighting though. I want to do some lighting stuff. I need to do some highlights on her hair too. So once I get done with eating at least one half of this, because I'm not gonna probably eat the entire thing of it. Not right now at least, but afterwards. But yes, so I'll work on the lighting parts of it here in a little bit. Setting that up, and then I'm gonna put a little note here too, so it's not just my like disembodied shoulder, or not shoulder, but like, you know, it's just there's a shoulder right here and nobody knows what's going on. I'm drawing a little okay. There we go. Ventures of Baron Trump in the last books were written in the late 1800s. What? That's freaky, Spank. I'm gonna check that out. That is freaky. Let's put on one of my costumes and a makeshift. Out loud. They have good taste. Good thing I was last to exit. Oh my goodness, what? Interesting. I mean, I'm sure if they were around to have heard it, they would have enjoyed the comment. Okay. I'm eating my sandwich. All right, and back. It's a good freaking sandwich. Okay, well, I'm catching up with chat. You have a good rest of the night. Bye, Duck. I know I was tired of saying the damsel's crying at you for help. You need Jesus. You need the Lord. Welcome on in, Sensitive Jaeger. Oh my goodness. I ate 1/2 of it. Yeah, I know, I just inhaled it. Oh my gosh. Whatever. Whatever. No, I've got the other half. I'm looking at maybe like, perhaps, but we're gonna try out this color for the highlights here. What does that mean? I don't recognize that name. Thank you very much, Machinist. So what it was. Oh, he's a very competitive eater. Oh, I see. Sorry, but I don't recognize the name. I don't follow competitive eating. The closest I've ever got to watching that stuff has been on Fish Tank. And because they sometimes have a competitive eating challenges on there. And usually people vomit. I'm just like, I ain't doing any eating during this thing. I know what's gonna happen. I don't want to set myself up for regret later. to see a damn ice cream eating contest. I'm sure they have them. I don't see why they wouldn't. Well, I mean, we have the platypus, so I would think that he does have a at least an interesting sense of humor. Let's take a duck and a beaver and smash them together. Oh my gosh, I would probably vomit, Spank. I would probably, yeah. That sounds like regret. Although if I am given like a small little pint of ice cream, I could destroy that thing. Oh my gosh, 18 to 20,000 calories in each. I would feel inclined to get on the treadmill. I would just feel bad after that. Competitive eaters have competitive feet, probably in some strange site. Does he really? Oh well, good for him then. And he's putting the calories towards something then. Because if you just consuming and then you don't do something with that, it's gonna go somewhere. It's just like Squidward. It's gonna go right to your thighs. Destroyed it. Destroyed that thing. Okay, I'm gonna do the highlight on her hair here. There's a highlight here. Okay, now to erase certain parts. It is one of those episodes I remember distinctly. If you eat too much of it, it's gonna go straight to your thighs. You have not seen all of the faces I've done. You haven't seen all of my art. But thank you. I had the Hebrew translation of his name, which is Yeshua, which means Joshua. Oh, interesting. I'll check that out. Did your parents do that on purpose? You went too far into clamper history. You can't go back. I need to see. Is this? Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. Yeah. Being indecisive. Where I'm putting stuff. Well, go for it. Go watch your spooky stuff. I think he's actually on a phone call right now. I think I overhear him. It's not entirely visible. We'll add some more flecks of light in here. Or, you know what I could try to do? Let's take these. Because I don't need the highlight on her tongue to be duplicated, but just so it's a little stronger. All of these to 100. Okay, it's a little more visible with the highlight in. Anyone see Venus being right next to the moon on Friday night? I did not. I did not. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I didn't catch that last night, but or I guess was it Friday night? Yeah. Yes, it would have been last night. But yeah, that's a little freaky. They do tend to move on us, but just at a rate where a lot of us don't like pay attention or realize, or so it's just also just not our like focus sometimes. But when you see it, it's like whoa, like the solar eclipses. Sends pictures Discord of Venus and the moon layer. Cool. I look forward to it if you decide to do that. Wow, it's like a once in a lifetime thing. feel like I need to change the color of her, the lines on her shirt. I feel like they're too dark. Okay. Back to the lighting. It's a little softer on the eyes now. Okay. Just checking my shadows up there. Look in the sky, expecting to see something, but never did. But Friday, when I was expecting anything like this happen. See, it's always when you don't expect it. Always seems to be that way. Where did that go? do, 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 do. Okay, got about half an hour left in the show for tonight. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me while I have made my artwork. Progressed it forward a little bit more. Blur that. I'm going to slightly take away some of the light from the shadowy areas. Just gonna push the shadows into a deeper area. That color. See, they might be talking about he might be talking about mine, Jared. Which if you or anybody else wants to join it, I have a fresh link to join the Lil Euphie Discord server. I think that is the right one. Let me double check. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the fresh one. A little back into it, I took a little too much out. This way. Where'd that color go? I need this one. I'm gonna add some little details. Some extra little shadowy details. Up to you, Jared. No way. No way. They actually went and did that? Oh my gosh. That's a real sign of the times. That is nuts. Okay, I'm not seeing too many other places to add stuff to. So I might say this one's probably getting close to being done. I want to do something different inside for eyes. Move this light source around. This one needs to be moved up. I made it a little bit bigger. Let's add another one in. It's not entirely white. Okay, I think this one's done. Besides, I'm gonna put an outline around it. Because I'm thinking for the video, I want the colors to really pop from it, so trying to think strategically. Full. Let's make a copy of that. Render it down. I'll do. Let's see. I think I'll make an outline. Let's try 50 pixel, 50 point and C. It's too big. Let's do 10. About 5. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I'm trying it out. Let's be a little thicker than that. 2, 8. Okay. So we'll go with that. There are some parts of this that I need to fix up a little bit. And right here, I don't really know what's happening right here. Okay, got an outline all right around it. Take this, let's throw this on a much darker background. I want to see how that reacts. I'm looking on my other monitor to see the colors of it. The tablet's good, but the monitors are better for getting color. I want like a different color inside of her eyes. Like a stronger pigment. Okay. This thing's done. I'm trying to finish these before moving on to new ones. So when I go to assemble the video, the text for the lyrics is gonna go over here. They'll fade in and out, I think. I think I'll do a fade, I don't know. I'll figure it out. But the first KoRn cover that I'm gonna do using Gumi's voice bank, which I've already got it. Like all of her notes are in place. I just need to do some tuning and spice it up a little bit by changing some of the you know, like when an artist sings a higher note than what, you know, is in the recorded version of it. When they go to perform it live, there's some variation to it. I need to do some of that because she's singing like the exact same as the recorded version. So I want to add some variations in there, as well as some little breathy effects, some reverb on her, and then the first one that I'm gonna work on some more, and it's basically almost done except for the tuning, is gonna be my wall. So that's the one that is gonna be released first, and then I have an instrumental karaoke version of I spelled this wrong. I don't know how to spell narcissistic right now, but oh no, I had it. I was like, there's too many S's. Then Narcissistic Cannibal will come after that. Another one that I really like off of this album is Burn the Obedient. Alright, is it an E or an A? Is it an E or an A? Let's see. Artist. No, it is an E. It is. Oh, and it is an E right here too. Burn the Obedient. Eventually I would like to do Twisted Transistor, but I'm gonna change the album artwork on, or I guess the t-shirt artwork on her shirt for that to be the one that this album, or that the album that this song came from. And then I'm making myself a little note here so I don't end up like forgetting. Okay. We've got a little bit of time left. In tonight's show, we've got 4 or so minutes. Indeed you are. It almost looks like a set list, which I am okay with. Say that Maybe Bad is my favorite favorite KoRn song so far. Maybe Bad is really good. My favorite KoRn song is Twisted Transistor. It was the very first one I ever heard from them. It was paired alongside a mashup of screenshots from the comic named Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. So that song with some imagery of a crazy dude going on a murder spree, trying to make sure that his wall doesn't dry up. Same creator from Invader Zim. So, but yeah, so it was a really good pairing, that song and that comic. So it was a good introduction to KoRn. But Twisted Transistor is one of my favorites, if not the favorite. And then there's been a lot. There's been a lot that they put out that I liked. So Coming Undone. Oh yeah, Coming Undone is a freaking banger. Oh my gosh. On Spotify, I have liked 26 of their songs. I really like their version of Lowrider. I like their version of Lowrider a lot. Illuminati is a good one. Say off the same album, Path of Totality. Start the Healing. Start the Healing is the other one that I like. So all from different albums, but besides Illuminati and maybe Burn the Obedience also on there. So quite a few of my favorites are gonna be in the cover list. So, but I look forward to making the covers for Narcissistic Cannibal, Burn the Obedient, Twisted Transistor, the other covers that I'll eventually probably add to this list, because I don't know, it's that niche. It's that niche that I don't know. I get inspired to make these things because I want to hear what it would sound like if Gumi was singing these songs. Like, what would that sound like? Would it be good? Would it be terrible? I don't know. I want to try it out. And so I look them up first. I go onto YouTube, I look it up, see if anybody's done it. And if they have, what does it sound like, right? Because I just, I want to know. If you decide to join the server, awesome. If not, it's all good. It's all good. But we're a very creative community. We're very chill and creative. Sometimes we have our chaotic moments, but that's to be expected. You can't be chilling all the time. For what I put inside of my Discord, there's like work in progress pictures from like what I posted or what I drew for the stream. Good things that happened. There's been a few. I took a screenshot of a comment that made me really happy. So I have like things that are good. I have a venting channel if you just want to like vent about your frustrations. Pictures of your pets if you want to look at other like pictures of people's pets, or you have pictures of your own, you want to share all of that. We share music, we share pictures of our plants, various things like that. It's a nice little community we got going there. So yeah, but there was a cover, and there still is. There's a cover of what is it called? Sober by Tool. and somebody made a Hatsune Miku cover of of a Tool song. And I was like, this is actually really good. Like it's got its own arrangement. It's a little quirky. That's the word I'll use for it. It's a little quirky with its tuning. But it inspired me to want to make those kind of covers with that in that genre, right? Inside of, like, it's not pop. There's a lot of pop Vocaloid songs or Vocaloid covers because they sound good in pop. I just want to break out into the different genre using this software with some covers. Because I want to hear something familiar, but I want to hear vocals that are different, but not from a real person. I'm just weird like that. But I don't know. It's just a curiosity that I have, and it inspires me. And that's how we have Gumi wearing a KoRn shirt and, you know, doing a little rock on symbol with the tongue out and some piercings in her ear. So that's how that's born, because I don't know. My brain wants these things combined. I want this combination, this mashup. So anyways, I have run out of time now. It is now midnight, and I am going to call it a stream. Thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with me. I've had a blast hanging out with you guys and just chatting away, ranting and raving about stuff, and then slowly but surely getting this one done. So, but it's done now. So thank you very much, everyone, for staying till the end. If you got to the end, welcome on in, lay some place. But does she live large, lifted? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm so confused. Oh my goodness. Good night, Josiah. Good night, Bane, Jared. Very detailed window cleaner. Let's see, Spank. Wolf, I'll say good night to you later when we actually are going to sleep. Machinist, good night. Sensitive Jaeger. Let's see, anybody else? I might have missed. Oh, Into. Have a good night. Pepe the Pew. Let's see. Big Dogma. Love Pugs. Big D. All of the people that were in here tonight. Thank you very, very much for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll figure it out. I'll post about it and I'll figure it out. Alrighty, I'm gonna call it a stream tonight. Good night, everybody. Hope that tomorrow is good for ya. Thank you for hanging out with me. Oh, I haven't plugged my stuff yet. Oh, I can't end yet. Hold on. If you want to see more of my artwork, be checking the link there. I'll probably post this one. I'll post this one on the DeviantArt in the gallery, and then when the cover is uploaded, when the video is uploaded to YouTube, I'll link that in the description, like I usually do for all my artworks up on there. Makes it easier for people to be routed back to the live stream it was made on. I've got a Twitter or an X account if you guys want to follow me on there. I post work in progress pictures, stream announcements, thank yous for watching the stream and hanging out. I repost funny stuff on there, and I also post whenever I make a cover and I upload it. So if you want to stay up to date with me on that platform, be sure to do so. As far as any other links, they're going to be up there in the I spelled that wrong, in the link tree. I need to update that thing. I keep saying that and I don't get around to it, but eventually I will. So that's going to be the end of the stream for me tonight, guys. I'll be back tomorrow with probably something else creative in nature, but I hope that you guys will join me then. And until then, stay vibing. Bye bye, everybody.